can I said I conscious say emotional.
Now you share more best way to solve all these situations. Much as I mean say one of the steps in say tia cry you do and come
sure.
But quite say drivers be no den. Passengers ni bia so den ti de mu baby no I say uda ho anu we bibi foforo. Bi okra union no kra no bi mpanyin form down no kra metra ka say maybe dem abenhwe mu ansa na metun sa afro bo ma ebi maso odin mo timi no mo ye meeting no mo ko mo ko kasa asem no enkyere omo encro mo show mase from mo side KMA what is the best way out amo plans am di agu ko am say betimi ayi sa how you free
yo well yeah plans
Opemsuo
mayor inaugurate a transport implementation management team last week Friday na Tuesday enra and na team na say share say your plans are your water than you be sign a team na ya share say ye de ye adwuma until there's an implementation team established there boa ma dwumadi e wasi etumi di no ni nyina etumi akoso afi enu achi no the transport subcommittee assembly no ewo no they pick the issues one after the other and try to see how they can be brought straight to the line also the implementation. And the transport subcommittee has also a work program for the year. Monitoring activities are also was up visitor side, your core unions, no meetings, education or media engagement and all these things in our account. I feel so the aim is it was say strengthen Jumedia AD when it comes to building the database, no, because you say you cry accurate information and a beboa ma Jumedia who do AD and she bombardier say you be encourage the various unions, no, and your branches. Mom provided the necessary information. You had to build the database. In the past, na issue sticker na your outro car number keke ena edeba. Na ye de acquire sticker no. Do baby you say ya be a fake dia frame ena ye print bi man for and ye toma. And so this time ye yet through the database. Enti wo call for wo chairman no de be basa we mu ye members no. Omudin ya debe code ya all printed stickers no ya de kokoma ni wia or printed ba wa ho ene ye be sign de aba ye de ama ma wa wo de akwa akoma members na fe obia de abonika anim na yetumi de aye adwuma awose yetumi ede ye now stickers na be du ho na ye de aboka anim awie no said the General Assembly yeah Prague exercise in 2023 no my office and yeah Prague restriction exercise no ya na di animu yeah
no na design.
Oh, the results is about 80-90% successful. Wunhu Prague in during the day most of the time, but busy hours and yes you know by now nke be before we do bia nka Prague asi o
more to me achieve about 80%, 20% na kana e na
General Assembly mra mo share no say total Prague shouldn't come within the area na mo kan but enumre
okay
obi beba bia there's an emergency obi nti apo say the twam kokonfa no chi and those things enti ni nyina ka ho na ma me and 100 so be ha me ebe ha me kakra you go school now we person will be training about 100% there we are humans
no
human institution 100%
and no more tete one
what 80 first class 90
no we don't settle for less
and yes sir you see I believe in self enforcement
many problem
and there will be a situation obi in Tiapo there's an emergency
one of those emergencies no it cannot be a factor when you perceive you rate ma okay yen fan say how many times na benya Prague wo carry go be so the hospital afamo in a day.
Obi tie doom inside.
Can that be allowed during the day?
Obi tie a doom inside ho. Or your program operator. Or the neba air co school.
And Timotama more planning effort on no saying.
Yeah, told the general, and I'm saying. General Assembly ni rule they say a total no entry.
You know you home come.
Enti wa sorry and pa all free area ni mu no akọ baby outside it no akọ.
E bi kra bi onim kra be ka say mo na mama ne me mate was exactly. The me can say obi betimi e de pragya abetwam so do obi hospital during the day.
It's possible.
It happen.
Yes, there are times it happens. Yeah, imagine KMA.
Me who say my samples to be cross mu DCC. The last time checking it be Google channel mobile. That was
numbers na you know. There were some places that na ye feel say was here DB is, but na ye share radios na be obscure. Who the base you obia in, and so there was no need for us to. But the most important places in ABC. Yeah, DCC.
Okay. Yeah, the most important issue I linger one phone so assume petrol homes and some hayatiti petrol so drivers in tete so and since be brain na modeba say 15% reduction. Drivers amo comply. And they said mama kroma no no who kofro cap also pay atade adbeye blues and ukra calculator ubana uya nano say papa ba kwam your friend ko ntwo ba was one no oba asesa ne coins ne na yugo no botom no no na born 45 ne 15% off no nti ono no sorry ono no che driver say no so gina omonso ntiase was wa kumbe 7 and eba where are we now with that because my own said there's a communique from KMA kwa me salete na ho no mama menhwe sa ehun sam ne tesen
well ehun sam no igusu ayeye ehun adwuma you see said we can transport unions no asem no omo wo ko bi omo friend GRTCC Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council
okay
and GPRTU so another and then other transport stakeholders
apart from unions na wo that
unions na omo nyina ka bo mu form GRTCC no
okay
but at a point GPRTU pulled out okay at the national level omo Ministry of Transport and it's not saying omo ye lorry fare discussions there GRTCC plus GPRTU plus other transport stakeholders they are consultants whom you institute of then omo nyina ba to help because discussions they do be no more share cost of operation share inputs no any other there are other stakeholders almost bem ebe kan no nyina atenase some meeting me nkobi but konom ko discussions in we then they give us the response a be free haba and the response by in recent time say yenti lorry fare so by 15%.
Okay.
Now problem I faces is here and enye idea ena course be 1 year 2-3 years back that situation is na fuel increases no if it goes beyond 10% then I will say adjust the lorry fare no ema ne commensurate and share na fuel prices at a point na ekoko kosro and instead of so mo betina say no matumi aye discussions on it no it was not happening that way enti dia na ewo ho ne say ho na sa wa drivers na sisi omoje 10 cedis ne instead of taking 8 cedis ne na 6 cedis no sa for no some of the prices no emu enti no much to without the discussions enti ekoko say oman ka say increase prices na could do a certain point
at the union level or
at the union level at the station level at the branch level
and nobody seems to control the system.
Yes, because it is a discussion that is held with the Ministry of Transport.
No, at a point looking at the rate and fuel price escalate cost no obi atimi sorry na
money Ministry of Transport crowds and I say I agree on the percentage. Omoba and they charged beyond that percentage, and the ministry did virtually nothing. Into what I would take from her say, "Who could the two what's so yeah, why am I buying now unpopular now opposition?" And a banner sana.
And the much me call from above.
I would wanna call from above. And
then besides said to be a one.
And I say I require more enforcement. You know, me go via no be after me or your honorable one or your MP for one. And I just say. My two boys are me tea na I'm say honorable. Who got na parliament? No why policies no. Now they are my see and fine year juma. And if policies now mo the year juma e bia no no. Baby omo gina na omo year juma no enye. E was so mo free ho. And that day no say na say jam area kanti. Be bomodin say be bomodin say me ba form na ma church enu omo no ma say make your point but very calmly.
You must be thankful to your wife.
Oh, okay. And I say me kwa me talk. What can they say me talk wine?
Me too of pa.
Oh, pa.
So pe wine to red roses. A wine be a mad dear come up.
Na me fa me kamati.
One ka sounds super biana.
Me aso so me.
Any penna da begna mo mi no fine.
Say fine okay.
Because wo bo pa. I say or control temper. I mean, nipa ho dwuma edin.
Edin brutal.
And I would and crowd also the drivers ni meeting.
Me director bi o say drivers no ye nom gallon mu nsu. On say nsu na ye fuel short ya. Your friend say petrol gallon na ye do call ni ye do bu nsu ogum. E kwa na sensu kom din ya ne apagya anom. You say around the name ko for nom gallon mu nsu. Je du ba bi anom. Correct.
Opemsuo.
It went on for some time. In my office, minya national service no NAPCO ni bia no you're very good with Excel. And so Lord Fair Bakubia Omotum no he took it and on name officers no tenasi. And yeah, everything from Edum towards outskirts from 10 to 15 kilometers radius. Okay. We build everything. And you share from one part of the city to another. You're building in a formula at the shame. And to the end and it's a ministry and they say yentum by 25%. We just go and punch 25. And calculate the whole city.
That's how it should be.
It calculates the whole city. And think we about 15% reduction. We just entered 15%, negative 15 into the formula.
Why is it not workable now?
Because they increased prices at the point which went beyond the work system.
Okay.
And I'm saying the price increase.
Man, down you say.
Before we could say Jack, almost committee in crowd, we didn't know. Then we say, even I didn't get the communique from the ministry. I got it from one of the transport operators. And she said, are there any names from Mekwakoya quickly and come to the national service for Negum? Naki pick prices as they were existing. Naki they are built at all. And to Omka has a 15% reduction na Naka. Yeah. But me officers about Kwatnasi. Afa rate you say now would you 2 cities now it was about 15% reduction it was about 1 CDB at 70%. Wa calculate wa yeni na ma wa calculate ma print cry maybe I'll send a copy to Collins for
the not came for your listeners.
It is in our own way. Any album modern say you better way. But don't say look at the situation and Nipano at a point in time, or to me, 2 bonumu, and I cry, saw just 6 CDs. What could you answer on 10 CDs? If you are telling the person right now to reduce it by 15%, humans as we are, and she said, say ye too. I'm telling you, can drive a bill of Kumasi be out. But then I'm saying reduction. A lot of people are saying so on that. Say, we cry to me because our chronom council so there, and can't say enter so. Okay, but see two more. And we it is no on we are meeting you. I'm going to share some best start implementation on the 24th. But say, are there 2 more? and come you meeting no one cran and confession to that evening. On the dynamics of the whole thing. And nipa no I enjoy a certain freedom. No to buonu Jessica de at any point in time. Na transport department yenye nkofo ayetumi chinti. The obetumi I answer you go and educate. One fire you give it to the enforcement agencies to arrest. If the basis is not the enforcement agency or arresting the same. Ama reduction na implementing it straight is becoming difficult. But fortunately for us, omo loaded from stations, union for no. Loaded from station. Station ya one da ho. Omo nim say near 4 cities. Yes, enter so from 4 cities. And you say I do 3 cities, it be a 70 pesos or something like that. Station ho, it is straight. Omo nim. And they will use it and they will load you from the station. Drive any to me for uncle do so. No one can say or 4 cities now no at the station, no way. Unions no yes sir. Okay. But the menu me and you could now phone. Almost the end issues is here. And unfortunately, it looks as if say our system has gained a lot of influence in the system right now. And call for a coco jina and quanche and the fa omokas no more. What could you be any say, Bujina? Aqua faka any sofa. Yajo boa any so yajua was my corridor minister. I make complaining. I come here, make complaining. Made me phone number 2 and from him say, Yan from Enra. Macassa sa Fitenra no pa be 6:30. Mikasa no pana to be 10 something. Anopano. And a breaking no more here 11 o'clock news and 12 all the way up to 1:15. Nakasa TM and Sana Mesa ye numre and then nano so studio interviews.
Mansuma Twacho.
Seven Kobomi phone number CC yet here make us saying my brandy a course no eba omo no other stations so say wokofo car na say ye jo abode ana ye je de ina for number na send the way no they send it no all compile no to okra laptop
okay.
So it's my work is a 24-hour work almost everywhere me studio am here and my branch it yes because say message be aba e was so update system no what we are doing is here bo modern say drivers na omo mpne NG rate no fiti enra ene ye be bo modern ade china de aka ho ye wi aye company de ama police na okase ye be grouping into omo wonam tafo kwan so omo wonam so amekwan so barakese kwan so buakwa kwan so ne ya grouping nyina ne de ama police no and the vehicle numbers we no charge beyond ye chimu miensa ne nnan na e mo certain punishment ne publicize mo bi enwo a omo maka ne be jai so omo je and we are hoping education ne koso mayor ne MTT the commander share yeah account 171 but me assure enforcement any chie no by Monday the be mega enti obi a o yes abi omo de aso be jai because within enyaba yeah document so sisi a police nyina ho a wo chi wo but ni portina car ni mu na wo je na boarding no obefa wudi obefa car number obefa kronom kwan na nam so no no afa fear na wo charge ye no no send the amaye 0244 540238
the number na that to
me phone number no
and yen kasa asem ni
0244 540238 se driver Joe fair old fair no ana ojo abodin a
asin de ye twa
chama amura faka ne number ekwan amonam so no na send any amount na oje wo no na send the fabre yen obetumi aye text message and answer WhatsApp 0244 540 238. Send the family.
Where run the Wilson number?
My number.
We are coming in Chungu meeting. Will be some me. This also on Facebook. And we done number non coin also one. So I better because command baby the rubber biama.
And no, not you. 9 something.
Or if you have a down,
just imagine. Now I want to call Biaba. Now Tia Fanchen.
What's your mood?
No. I no pay. Me sorry, I work kakra and me see me da kakra. Na I bought bear 540. My sorry. Na my bear 515. Yes, will be afraid. Wa foka bi wo ho a one and none chese te koye. But yeah, see a bear adwuma.
But there's now complaints
kakra at least few places. But baby so enra yenya information say omo fa ankofo bi osanta say di omo kotek. Okodu on omo kono rate na driver and person omo susu omo ntia. Driver ne san na chi di omo ba santa say back.
And ankodom koya.
Odom koya. Driver no onye economics da. So I economics da. E ko better so
na drink trends on ben kwasa.
Na drink trend but waboka wonim. Ba ko bi so video bi so am hu ye. I mean mate, almost 1 CD. Said you almost see 2 good mates. So what boom mate no kwa.
Me hu video.
O ma boom mate.
I know a mate no mo bono no.
Mate no mo bono no 1 CD. O ma bono kwa. 1 CD. You see and udi mraso a do baby a ensem no enkofo bi KMA 2 CDs. Driver no ntua mo ya and otu car na bomb revenue collector oba e bomb no kakra. And another person jina ho hu ye ofre in saka information officer na smart say omko close station ne down bast office omni me officers ne kasa me kra na minim so na aba me ko fa office me yes me say na so mu ye meeting am twem ko si o boss onye sa da ase ne buafu ye ne ho aman he we dey panicho a phone call or ye ne ho aman wo da 200 na fama no 2 CDs
afere open 200
what be 200 CDs say
Randu kwaya
we 2 CDs and to him a free walk on Obeko station can be do no man kasa crowd G2 CDs no go me revenue collector ne kwa and one no agye na wa chocho bi ade no de amano. Would you believe say revenue collector to me sorry how much a bus station taxi driver by genetic ticket or kwaba or ba no abetua collector na ba much on which me at now to 4 p.m.
No ntia
2 CDs
na de na odi ticket man so we free
me wa me ntraka mo aka chem say wo dey free me
no said
and that time ni nyina na those times na che say
wa so wakoma we
sisi ade wo yes our station ye be closing down anope ai omo zoo da no Mr. Body friends MTTD regional command on na di team nanim makopa mo nyina free ho just because you're the home and some find trotro. I'm paying my long distance stations. We cleared all of them from there.
And are you going to allow them to return?
I have more master about my GPR2 chairman. Me why I crowd frame me. We are sure some me take her say. But now I frame me 2 or 3 times. Say, name call for the amount. I mean lawlessness. They do be
but someone around someone some.
But minche. And you see, if you travel
so
out,
you collaborate.
But you don't have control over the enforcement office. And the police will take key instructions from the top.
So enforcement officers so almost enforce it.
Yes, because almost a certain command in the year, so if it is not there,
also police
and the police
train no command say totally be down.
But we call London Metropolitan City Authority no ha. London Metropolitan Transport.
London dear craba and could be nyina ayi to say the problem I'm facing. Inti me pese we ko London dear ba ha. Obia megina ba bia yemfa yem man kwan driver no emtimi megina ho and a passenger emtimi megina ho
because a car wa wo begina ho illegal place wo bebo no wan kasa wo ma.
On Facebook, among for issue concern, among question was about say, okay, the MTTD and some KMA task force have created some stations themselves at unauthorized places in the CBD where they collect monies from these drivers. What about that? When are they moving traders from the pavements?
Okay, nti MTTD any KMA stations I'm na me kan ho no. Me sure say stations
so you came in
it is adia MTTD ni wonika metie nika me metro garden nika.
Okay.
Nti mo transport unions no mo car no na yeso ye de tie de na ye de ji ho sika. If that is true, nti you say identify your vehicle. It makes it easy. For it, it's ano. Eba ne sa me. Me tumi me fan me gina illegal place and fan me ye adwuma. Okay? And na passenger. Men kofa car wo ba bia KMA ni police for no o claims the artist station no. Men kofa car wo ko station na kofa. Na police for ni KMA for ye stations are yatete no. Ye sika sam enwu. But you would rather go there and go and pick it. Or you be complain say artist station wo.
So MTT need some KMA task force money station bia.
Me any station bia.
No one bia on any manner.
Me any station bia.
Okay.
Station are wo. People who are doing illegal. They unfortunately me didn't catch you. Me try man pay a call GPRTU. Ka jina be any so jina. There was a police officer standing there. Okay. Anybody that will pass, we catch us a police in that station. As I say, but police in one station, KMA guard on station, and as a police in the station or the one car there, or the union car.
Almost say Piny Tenafim and Cravin and kind.
Until me go stations be brain.
Until their show.
Until on the best seven, and on the police for the best seven, and on the Metro Gusunka crack, can of form why any into Yadman, men could not be a young country of a station. My police. Any metro guard, any KMA for your station, maningu, my enimu say, by you not going to that place to go and pick a vehicle. There be into my enimu was men ko. Woko and acquire your station. Rather ko baby I approve say ho and a juniors station. Nakokoti, nema police, any KMA, any metro guard your stations no emu. Go to the appropriate place, pick vehicles from there. Na mi station no emu.
Another concern here, when are they going to address the big trucks that come into the CBD after 9 a.m. causing major traffic offloading?
Ninginaka transport reorganization exercise no. There's a write-up KMA na may share with you. We did those things Opemsuo. Ghana first a KMA bylaw no. Trucks are more offloading your my also 9 o'clock now we're free the chrome. Shema trick or 10 o'clock at least. Almost see human face. But then what you know, over corner or enforcement officer or the clamp to track be tie no more. Not track any union man. What's the essence? What's the point? So what clamp na? Nyoma we jina wo jina ho no nyoma we yinti no digina ho ana no mo lo dinti no digina o clamp ya no oda so union. So what's the point? So these are some of the things that are out of the transport reorganization.
Out of the transport reorganization, we can say yatiabre.
Yes.
So but what makes this one different?
Pragia exercise, no, we thought about it in 2019. But in 2023 it happened. And to be now we in 2025.
And what makes this in quote simple directive or simple move now take you about 4 years to implement?
It's because Ghana for a certain instruction from a certain level is going to, and that's the problem we have as Ghanaians. And the GPRT original chairman can or say we are branch, we are a station master, but we chairman be do I say my car win loading. There's nowhere or there now work.
Authorities been a hammer because
authorities a higher demand and a higher demand.
And no your
authorities now. You see, there will be a certain call from somewhere.
I hear you Pamogra.
A KGTR Juma Kakra, dear more, but a charm for you said the charm for her, the Mampon direction, Tafu Road cars, the bar a charm for her. Yeah, say I this year her teaching man. Kwai swami ne wine long distance kwaha we be kwa ha ye de abinchi eye western region ene ho a ye sa nneoma ni nyina. And at the end of the day, before you could say Jack, a chanfo ko ha baby aka ewo ho. The implementation becomes a little difficult. Your boss has a boss, and I am the boss to this man, and I also have a boss, and my boss has a boss, and the boss has a boss. And so before you say Jack, telephone call basis here as a random some okekano, catching a free radio. No, so I don't think you are going to defy the orders. You have a boss.
Mimi boss when you say okasa me jai. Don't say the mini would
enti ebiana boss nim say wuja ebiana me so
wo so ja ebiana
sisi amum de and na me control I dared produce and I will resign, but nobody produced
because it looks like wo kan na where a druba bia line da se panyin bi me so mumu na nkon twem mra soro no omoamo e wo madwuma bi odu no panyin mo na epiam san hye fom se or your boss until you say and
KJT time I reconstruction year.
Opemsuo.
The idea was say the ma almost every Kumasi 10-15 kilometers radius. And I de ma into taxes net rotro and I de bema because none numbers now you war in the past no Eswati. Unfortunately, you are planning BBI at the report ko media could report yako yawa those are saying if you are dam akwa di ho nkomo edwa de abedwuma ma ye ready say the following week you be start engagement with the transport operators near the omako ni say frame ya ye ma long distance in Sambra KGT uko race course go so car ho adehye go so e chanfo go so KGT as you see abi wo ho wo fa I mean go so nko ade wo kwa ha techiman ebi wo ha ebi wa ade. Can't we say all techiman related stations and wa we no so wa we mo wa na nye easy and my ntumi nye movement, but almost every space available somebody wants to do and long distance in eja omotu a musica no loading fee no modu into be a person long distance spaces idea massive and fine trotro no crano or pamotrotro for no the about a long distance. A typical case here central market nimho ye say omoko for the chrome ne friends saying I wanna continue town you tech ne ho and am central market anymore omunye adwuma of course see I go so or boase Accra okay. Unfortunately, station structure na ye de ho e de ma no. Apenia ma we mahunu ma e na kakra no so aka no. E ma na ton bayire no so afa some of the space. And na misia obi a o se wan na me say na nti wo papa wo a o se mukokofu asase ni ni. Wadina hwa ma obi aba abedra masisi anipa kro na ja asase na free nsem ma wo gina ka akwem e ma enforcement for ne ba o mba bechiw. I can't be on the street every day. I was here to me body and all by, but this is the situation we find ourselves in.
Madatu, what Randy Wilson had, would the offer can be fine?
In fact, when no Edun come up now, in fact, Mahun say there are measures in place, but say that now when no Edun come out, many films say Ghana for Nankasano, ye pass them sense trust. Because so said the omutumi kwatena se esusu ade bi ho ehihye ade bi se omo ba be yese na ade be chia ma omo no ahye sa ade na se a na call efri ba bi aba se bi ane mo kosusu ho no munya and sa call no na ka me pese wo bisa no se eya efri hen no nka omo di because say no we have to name them and then shame them because Safo na omo no fresh e bia munya sa measures implementation. Safo na so na esa ka se
munya adwuma.
Cause no. E ba na private line. Hu na ma.
But we was suggestion binti pani wa he de na nka me.
Na fa me pen into metro.
Because one say na all can about enforcement. Sesi no hwe Ghana ha say no ye nmra no emma kwan bia na say emma ka bia akwanya ma na nya adwuma ye kwan so we need road worth DVLA and this road worth ni e de emma and this mo pese mo tumi identify sa cars na identify mo unions na mo wo no mo collaborate with the DVLA and this car no before say basic kwan so no say omo stickers ebubo car no ho as nipa no every year bia omo ko renew omo insurance na so for omo aye na Munya sadly said a bear without the sticker no car no cannot work on the road.
Okay. DVLA they are okay. DVLA registers or register car no to provide commercial service. On register is won't provide commercial service.
No, cause I'm collaborating with them and come. Okay.
Ewo asokwa anase friends.
E bi kra. Kan ko bo register ba ko
yeduma wo baby foforo. And that collaboration, we are working on it. There's a certain database, GPI, friends, DVLA, ABEL, the Macau National Road Safety, meetings, the collaboration has started. But it was a message from building a database. And no, I met me a generation near Aqua, yes, Sarkas wing in our Mimi area. Just need to send it, we to send it. Okay. Sasanet here there every year wo kwa koye renewal e was a wo show union na wo koye adwuma wom. If you're able to do this 1 year 2 years ebekwa could do the point to say wo register a commercial vehicle e was a wo ko union bi
exactly
na union e ka sure say one mount crata bi e kire say wotumi register sa commercial vehicle na ye be pini ama wo de aye adwuma e wo adum to barricades kwaso ansa nanka DVLA ayewo the commercial registration, but we have not gotten there.
Why are they stopping us?
These are different. You see, Ghana you need one centralized database system, and it's idea me yahu ejuma my yahu presentation be, and I'm say me yeah Germany company be at I presented one in Barcelona, did one in Kigali. Minka which one Rwanda. Minim which one omo participate here.
When Rwanda your presentation that way.
I've done
I've
done Rwanda about 5 times. I don't know.
The last time
last year I wasn't
good. Into Wako Kigali we hear said metropolitan ma ye ho no mo no muntimi nya bisa
you see ne ye no ehia
omo ye before to say
na no bi me din komo bi wo ba bi this is off normal talk you see say omo tumi kunye to that extent.
Now what me
what is wrong with us Ghanaians? Because what is wrong with the Ghanaian mind?
And because somebody like you is afraid say what the boss
because the person you are working with
will also call you some you because why I
listen to my new boss and the way he talks, and then people even from his own party somebody will say you are on your own. Seriously, London City Mayor, you can't go. You want to control what the city mayor does in the city.
On a president was sitting.
Maybe I bet na hodni otumfo edi nkomo. I'm otumfo atreno. Your person is sitting to look like. And what form an idea as to how you can get that for
party politics.
Oh yeah, was me acting crime. May kasa against your sure person, and if he does that, you will be alone. Seriously, this is us Ghanaians, and I had the opportunity to be in a friend saying with
all status all can London city Jaika.
And there was this Rwandan lady or engineer, and yakoye the normal African and new ban and and me between no you can't pay for me. No, we do. We are equal. You are an engineer, I'm an engineer. You are a planner, I'm a planner. We are going for lunch. Yes, I buy my own, you buy your own. And Kagami or Tenasi Kagami is people won't like him. But in actual sense, just because he was that strong, so it has given them something.
We lead that.
And
but sometimes you need to buy the bullet.
It depends on where you are standing. Then you buy the bullet. And I'm saying, I'm a little stubborn. And she, because Mr. Pragiano, it was on our table in 2019. We did it in 2023. Okay?
But answer, we not confused. Papa no fat many ache ne kasa. Randy. Answer said
your communicator.
Oh yeah, very good communicator.
Obi a presentation the zone say.
Oh yeah.
Enti na draw for na mo cheche.
But onim o pushing or baby na ho na person me hammer mo. Edu baby a. Not
pushing man tam na no be put me aka ho.
I'm to hammer.
You bet you never want to for goodness.
The issue is say ye mpanimfo ne binom ho no ma eya omo no etai etwentwan ne o ma so eche bebre. Because this collaboration I can ho asem no, it should have been done earlier on because suggest say you need center data and as you need data you bet you imagine so ye. And
what prevents us from doing it tomorrow? You see the point.
That is one.
But people would want to protect their turf.
And number two, yes, every criminal is a criminal.
I don't understand.
And also, penny bin kind of say if you are a leader, you are chosen to do what to solve problems, and the problems are choose to say brother solve no. Yes, brother block leakages no. And is say can no. New money be bro no ma twen say MTTD and na say binum na MA adwuma ne ma no. Until say na can about data asem no. That was why I brought this roadworthy. Roadworthy no dey adent no mo to me center data and central data omo etumi e dey work is anoma no me adwuma.
You see
say no so can be say more unions dey be all plan and they don't have members. And the one that sanction those unions
registrar general or register as a union, and then registrar general is going to register you as a union. You need to provide list of names of 5 people and then this and that, and then it's registered. Nancy and me you say here unions no registration because he does not think there are really 24 unions among famra. Some of the very recognized ones are name say well established. Registration document, so who says ban on person and it was a little difficult. This is the Ghana we find ourselves in. It's a gradual process. It's a solid fighter. It was a modding, say fact. But we know that with the collaboration, in some few years down the line, media houses won't bring us say some of these things. Question I will be Sameno. Who be Sammy at the condemn Juma May. Okay? And she at the end of the day,
unlike any year, I say,
my answers are going to be a bit antagonistic. Make the studio hey, there were 2 or 3 other people are now Omaba. And then it was a KGTR discussion that they were coming to have. Then, because we are say Nipaneti and Tizenka out here. And one said, be a wash watchy 1 or 2. Then all of a sudden you start going negative, and it's like, more why you did KGTR, we are incompetent. The person was talking like that. Meanwhile, if I couldn't position of women, me. Time KGTR free frequency. I was the man that was managing the place. Me na me man Pakron be you one of the leaders. And no tiaso me incompetent. You see, because of your fools always here, and your boss are down for chair. You get a point. And who my crime I want to ask you the away na or no be or buffan channel. Juma. And you can be as on. I'm telling you, me new mayor Ibaye. People didn't know the relationship I had with him. And people could go to him and be telling things.
So, Randy, the all hatchet station.
Meanwhile, he's known me for how many years?
Stations, I can grow
18.
Almost said 20.
Somebody was in his office or by who said, oh, Nime and Eddie come 1 or 20. And the Pacrono, Ebekana, some of through side of Sano to the so that I get to the mayor and one. ne main a year and see any round in free KMA.
Why
the nipa kron so say hey you me free KMA or be adwuma no. Won't mean yet or yes just that because if you continue doing some of these things, ne ho be da ho me who say
you are in charge. Sorry, Sammy, but you are in charge of transport, KMA. Nana Boachi Kufidia was it. What I've seen is that the law enforcement officers are sometimes loading the trotro drivers at some unapproved areas after taking money from them, and I think
Obiakama. I'm saying so on Sunya is offer car will be any authorized.
Okay, now the challenge I think Nana Boachi is having is when you have a law enforcement, a persona also stopping the wrongdoing. You have said that and much sembrano. Supposedly, no stopping area, there just no stopping, no parking. Yet you have a law enforcement officer. And also Pamu any panel. I think so. Custom crack was said, and when there's such a problem is being caused by a law enforcement officer. And yes, sir, a recalcitrant driver bill, law enforcement officer on our share. I must add no cost, you know. How can you solve it? Because at the end of the day, be blaming on KMA.
Yes, and baby chrono. Passenger could now. And I attracted driver.
I'm not the Ujaya.
And I attracted driver. And a driver is so big now. And a law enforcement officer, DPO. And Aquacoban say.
And the law enforcement officer, Momaya corporate. Because baby, I'm right.
World Bank of 4 by and Yati KMA van back home. You know my quadruso and your name why I say a bus rapid transit. Your name will be fast central market. If chat ran about in we be far KGTR by near the Abana say any more kakrana or we loading. You do on a watch. I'm driver now, no driver van. Then it's what she kakrana pin or barben or a. Into a year, enforcement officer, ya gati, police in Ibiso so account war. A while no police ni na car need in our own chain. I catch as master what na chain to call. None next one now or D and Yenimono. Is a soberman call. Na yen yakwa besa or parking the asho. Because I'm say, oh, wait, that means or Joe Munina. You see, so
what the cacra
so what we're going to call now. And the next one neighbor.
Until
the next one neighbor. Would cranka would be actually crawl about people. It do point to be a missia, maybe officer and ask him, it's higher one more way in Majina that then. The officer does not know me. And the way he turned and he was like, I want them driving and see no Nipa no be so as a woman. But Jadi amu yana mu kuni pani was organization. I want them say me enko transna World Bank for na tie car you. You minu mienu yagu enu ase. Omo hu say e ba be. I mean some of the things you can't imagine. Officer now de na kono na ehye cars no. So Mpacho me refutu na banti.
I think and mama chief for quantum. Okay. Ebu on ma me